Going in today. I'm bringing the fire. So I wake up. It's a nice day. Now I'm sitting here hearing that yet again we have another black person down, and this happened in February. So while the news was focusing on the coronavirus, all right, there was a video that just surfaced that a young black male was killed while jogging, and yet again, it's in one of these southern states with the most crazy and outrageous laws. My thing is this. First and foremost, I want to touch this is that we, all right, as a whole people, all right, we need to be getting on the Georgia's council and state legislator people who make these laws, because at the end of the day it starts and ends with them. All right, so obviously somebody on in Georgia done concocted this law. All right, and so now people are gonna try and use it. It's just as crazy as the stand your ground law, because I mean that can mean anything. Heck, you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. But what I'm saying is that number one is that we need to look at Georgia's law system, all right, and their council and everybody, and something needs to be changed there. That's where it needs to start. Then number two is that it didn't get as national attention because people cannot be close together because of the whole virus situation. But in Georgia, I think people are still protesting, all right, because restrictions have been eased. And my thing is this, is that why in the world, officer, not why in the world would you take matters into your own hands? Because from what I have seen and what I have heard is that the McMiller family, I think it is, the McSomething family, all right, the father was an officer, and basically he's an officer, so people are more prone to believe him. All right, that's what I'm hearing, that people are more prone to believe him because he's an officer, he works in law enforcement, etc., etc., or worked in law enforcement, and his son, is on the bandwagon going on with him. Okay, and so it never got the attention it deserves, and nobody wants to put a cop in jail because it goes against the system and all of this other stuff. But at the end of the day, all right, in some way, shape, or form, everybody's going to pay. All right, and this family will pay. And my thing also is this, is that I understand that people are trying to use their rights, all right? But if one group is going to use their rights to sit here and start killing people, then my thing is this: it's time to fight fire with fire. It's time to fight aggression with aggression. All right, I'm on the Hammurabi's code. All right, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, because in some countries, they don't play no games. You do something wrong, they're cutting off legs, they're cutting off arms, they're cutting off everything else. So in this situation, it's time, listen, it's time for these people to be taken out. Because my thing is this, is that if he could take somebody out, then his life needs to be taken. All right, that's what I'm about. Forget all this nice stuff, forget all this protesting and signs. He took a life. It's time for him to go. Bye. Him and the son and the third person allegedly who was in this. It's time for all three of them to go. It's the same thing with George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman's walking around like he's Superman, like he can't be touched. And we have people in gangs doing dumb stuff, acting like that they run the streets, when really it's the government streets. And they don't run anything. What they need to be doing is taking that time and take out Zimmerman. That's what they need to be doing. Be constructive. Take somebody out. All right? It's time to stop the nonsense. And my thing is this, is that, just why? I mean, one shot wasn't enough. You need 3 shots because you thought that the person was an armed was a robber, because the report is that in that town, in that community, that there was a lot of robberies going on, and break-ins and all of this other stuff. So you see a black male just running, so you assume that he fits the description. My thing is this, is that even if he did, or if I see somebody, doing something, I'm not gonna do anything and whatnot, because I'll probably call, but I'm not armed. I can't do anything. And then also too, in this situation, what's puzzling is that yet again, that these people aren't in jail is what my situation is. And this happened in February. We're soon about to be in another month. All right, May is going to fly by like this. We're soon to be in June. All right. And so my thing is this, is that number one, like I said, people need to start with Georgia's council and start changing some rules and some laws, because it's always these southern states that has the most ridiculous laws possible. All right. Then, like I said before, number two is that the coronavirus stopped a lot of the press that this should have gotten. And number three, it's time to fight aggression with aggression, and it's time for them to be taken out. Period. I don't care if people say it's a threat. I don't care if people say this. People are taking lives. It's time for somebody to get their life took. All right, because just like I said, anybody can be touched. All right. So I'm going to just end it there. Let me know what you think about this, yet again, assassination and an attack for absolutely no reason. Okay. It's disgusting at this point what's going on. It's absolutely just disgusting. I mean, what's next? All right. So tying your, there's a description out. Oh, somebody did X, Y, and Z. Oh, I'm outside tying my shoe. He looks like the description. Take him out. I mean, like, what's going on here? But let me know what you think, because what I think is that it's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.